Maddie to the game plan?
Maddie is a key part of everything we're doing. So we have lots of different versatile pieces. So just still figuring out where everybody fits in. But love her, just her general energy. And then when the court is wide open, it opens it up even more for her to cut and put pressure on the rim like she does.
You got JJ some early minutes, so I'm guessing you were not surprised by her performance.
No, not at all. I think we knew what JJ was capable of, and we're hoping that she can continue to show that. But was just super excited for her that it came together the way it did.
You know, Paige's ability to command the pick and roll, it's pretty rare to see how good she is at such a young age. What does that do for this offense, just to be able to open up things?
Totally. The game is slow for her. Usually if there's a transition period, and there will be at times, to where, you have to just continue to work at it, and then eventually it slows down. But the pace at which she plays already is just different. So we're excited to have that on our side.
Why do you think she's so good at the pick and roll? Is there anything that stands out about that? Or?
I think credit to her and how she approaches the game and how she approaches life in general, just with her balance of the work she puts into the game and then the work she puts into her mental approach and being present. That helps her to be in there and let things slow down and be able to read and react in those moments. I think it all works together.
How impressed were you with JJ after the game?
One more time?
How impressed were you with JJ after the game?
Oh, yeah. Again, those were the expectations. I wasn't surprised. Those were the expectations. We know what she's capable of. So I was more than anything just extremely excited for her to feel some of that success at our level right away.
What was the focus of today's practice based on Friday's game, and are you ready for this coming game?
Let's not talk about the coming game, but we're trying to pull everything we can out of this past game. So the messaging was happy 1 week. First off, we've only been together for a week. So still understanding that we need to have patience and then challenging them to have a little more urgency as well. So I think you saw from that game, all sorts of slippers, right? First game, nerves, everything, just at times it didn't look like how we wanted it to look. So challenge them to still have patience and at the same time have a little more urgency into things that were in our control. Players are going to make plays, things are going to happen, but we can be better in the details. So I loved how we responded today in practice.
This is your debut as well. What's the biggest lesson you took away from game one?
That I have a lot to learn, and I felt myself get better each quarter, and as every game goes on, I will get better in really feeling out the flow of game, what players need in moments, what I need from my staff. So there's a lot that needs to be felt and lived before everything kind of gets rolling.
Coach, we noticed that the small ball lineup was a lot of success the other night. Will we see a little bit more of a smaller lineup at big times, I guess I should say?
Yeah, well, again, we're exploring right now, right? This is the exploratory period. So we love the versatility in all the pieces, and we want to be able to play in a variety of ways. So I was excited at how the floor looked and some of the opportunities we were able to generate with some of those smaller lineups. So we'll continue to look at them.
I know you talked about JJ and Paige already, but just talk about the rest of your rookies and how they performed in their first professional debuts.
Yeah, well, I mean, Isaiah was a spark right away, right off the bench. She was instant energy. And I was just really impressed about how our rookies took what we're teaching and applied it right away. It was extremely impressive that there was so much purpose and intention on their end to execute what we were trying to do. So I saw that defensively and was happy, and then offensively, with Isaiah, we know she can put the ball in the hoop, and then she started finding cutters and distributing, and so I was really excited for her that way. And then, finding Maddie and Nettie some minutes here and there, I thought they were fine. It's your first opportunity at this level. You can't expect everything to happen all at once. And again, we have so many people in camp. They've been playing with all different combinations, so you can't expect it to be smooth right now. So that was my message to them, just to continue to have patience. But was impressed with just their effort and ability they all look like they belong. I don't think anyone stood out in any type of way. So,
Coach, you said this team has been together for a week, but you can say that about majority of the roster, with only 3 returning players. You talked about the basketball side, but outside of basketball, how have you assessed the team's ability to come together with everything being so new?
Yeah, I think that happens organically over the course of a season. And for us, it's the balance of emphasizing it and creating opportunities for them to continue to build, because the more connected we are off the floor, the better we're going to be on the floor. And at the same time, not forcing it. A lot of those things, when they happen organically in their own ways, those bonds come even stronger. So that's the balance that us as a staff are always feeling out. Creating opportunities for them to do that while also not making it feel forced.
On that note, you talked a lot about simplicity of plays today in practice. Is that kind of letting them figure out how to play together before you put a lot of structure in, or are you trying to add more structure week by week?
Feeling it out, right? Threw a lot at them early, and then now today was really about, we didn't really do anything new today. It was more about cleaning up the finer details, because we don't need to overcomplicate it. We've got really good players, but we need to dominate our initial spacing and structure. That way there's a level of predictability to where they know how the floor looks, they know where their teammates are going to be, and now they can go and do what they do. So finding what that looks like.
After looking at last year's offense and looking at your offense this year, it appears that you have it to where when you pass the ball, you want somebody to move. You don't want it to stick. You don't want the ball sticking at all. Like if somebody passes, you want them moving right across the court to get somewhere else. Is that what we're looking at?
Yeah, lots of emphasis on getting to next actions and also shifting the defense, right? So, I mean, the more the ball's in one place, the more we pound it, the more the defense loads and loads and loads, and it makes it harder to score. So, and we understand at times, like, we got players where you have to let the ball stick. Like, yes, Arike, go ahead, let it stick for a little bit, let her do her thing. Can we get movement and spacing around her? Paige, let it stick. Like, so again, everything we do, it's going to be a balance, finding it, let it stick at times, and then at times challenging them to get off it and move it.